Yeah. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the live. For those who don't know, man, my name is King Hoodie. I'm a recording artist from Miami-Dade County, Florida. You're now tuned into my live stream. Today was leg day for sure. Today was leg day, man, and my legs is on fire right now. You feel me? Jen, what up? Chris, what's up? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Brittany Shantae, Sean Pierce, Kat, what's up? Welcome to the live. For those who don't know, again, I'm King Hoodie, the recording artist, man. I'm the greatest recording artist in the world. I'm better than everybody in the industry. I'm doing this study to see if me shouting that shit from the mountaintops will actually produce greatness in my life. Jen, what up? Welcome. Brittany Shantae, handsome. Thank you so much, Brittany Shantae. I'll be working on it, bro. I'll be brushing my teeth. I'll be washing my face. I'm just now starting to get to the point where I could like take care of my hair. I got really long hair for those who don't know. Fiji's back, what up? So I'll be doing my best, man. A lot of this is God-given, but some of that shit you got to maintain it. You know what I'm saying? You got to maintain this shit. You can't just be out here messed up. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird because historically, hey, Hoodie, I was waiting for you. I'm glad you made it today. Hey, user 195, what up? Good morning, handsome. Good morning, Brittany Shantae. Welcome to the live on Instagram. I see you. BG's back. How you feeling? I'm feeling good, man. Y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to keep sharing the live. Share it with people who like dope conversations. You know we about to get into some like mind-bending, paradigm-shifting, world-altering conversation about dope shit and the human potential. So share the live. Send it to people who might also like this type of conversation. The more people that are in here, the doper the conversations tend to be. Y'all make sure to follow me if you're not already following me on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube at the exact same time. Subscribe to the kid. And these lives are recorded. So if you ever see something in here that you really like, you can go right back. Every time I go live, it's recorded onto my YouTube channel. So you can go right back to the YouTube channel, King Hoodie Raps on YouTube, and you can rewatch any of this shit if you ever hear anything in here that you actually like. So what's up? Briannans on Instagram, what's up? Welcome. Haven't seen you in such a long time, my friend. Deepa Mare, what up? OC on the kit. Hey, Laren, hit me up, man. Call me, Laren. Not right now, but matter of fact, I should just probably call you. I'll call you, Laren, for sure. Buenos dias, hermano. What's up, Devin? Welcome to the live. Yeah, just being Mimi. Hey, Hoodie, what's up? Mimi, welcome to the live. Philip Martin, keep doing your thing. Thank you, Philip. Appreciate you. Yeah, so we live right now. I'm sweaty and I'm crazy. I just left the gym. Man, my schedule been kicking my own ass lately, bro. Like, I be ready to wake up at 5 a.m. and then some shit hold me down. But here's an interesting thing. I've been having dreams about music lately, which is so interesting because I normally don't. Like, I'm understanding, bro, like, something's happening inside of me because I keep having dreams and there are songs that I'm hearing in my dreams that don't exist in the world. Like, for example, I had a random ass dream last night. I don't know why Chris Brown was in my dream, but he was. I was like in this nigga's house. I guess he had a kickback. And I was in the bathroom washing my face. And I heard the nigga walking from one room to another singing a song about troubled waters. And I was like, huh. And I heard the song. I'm like, that shit is fire. Them lyrics is crazy. And then I woke up. And when I woke up, I was like, hold up, bro. And I was singing the song too. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. That song don't exist. That shit was in my brain. So I'm getting really like turned up right now. So life is going crazy. Yeah. Deepa Mare, you pronounce my name right. Good vibes. Hey, Deepa Mare, what up? Big Country, what up? Tony Morris Fitness. What up, Tony Morris? I was thinking about you earlier today. I was in the gym. Amen. Let me see. Hello, April. What's up? Welcome, April. Let me see. In Jesus Christ's mighty name, you up now, Bobby. Hey, appreciate you, Devin. Fiji's back. That's a good sign. Yeah, I do think that's a good sign too, because I don't know, bro. Like, it's funny. My father once told me this, bro. I never really thought about it too deeply, but it was really interesting when he said it to me. He was like, Ray, because my real name is Ray. He was like, Ray, at one point in your life or at some point in your life, you have to admit that there may be no God. Like, you got to accept the possibility, at least, that there may be no God. And I was like, ooh, that's harsh and random, but okay. There might be no God. Get it. He was like, yeah, but the only thing in so saying, like in saying that to you, the only thing I don't understand is dreams. So he started the conversation by telling me, hey, there may be no God. And I'm like, okay. But he's like, but the only thing I don't understand are dreams. Like, I don't get dreams. I can't Rationalize that. And what that gave me was like an argument for all atheists. What that gave me was an argument for everybody who might think that there's no higher power. It's like, okay, cool, explain a dream then. You could sit and you can attempt, it's a dream is what, no, bruh. No, I actually have a book right here. E.T. was over at my crib the other day, and she was reading one of the books here. One of these books here is about dreams. And it was like, bruh, you could read an entire book on dreams. You could go to a fortune teller that could tell you some shit about your dream, dog, but you really don't fucking know. Like, let's be honest. You have no idea what a dream is. Let's be honest. You might be able to break down the quantum, components of air, but you really don't know what air is, bro. Let's be honest. Oh, it's oxygen and, carbon comes from this and it creates this and it sticks in our atmosphere. Like, you trying your hardest to explain this shit, but you really don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Most of us don't. And so every time somebody tries to come around and profess themselves to be some sort of expert, you always got to tell yourself, bro, like, that sounds great, but realistically speaking, nobody knows shit. You really don't know what's happening out here. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing you could ever do is just live in a state of wonder, man. Live in a state of magic. Live in a state of understanding that you don't understand nothing. Live in a state of like saying, yo, bro, I may not know what's happening right now, but I know one thing. There are good feelings out here and there are bad feelings out here. And I'm going to choose to stick to the good feeling. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what this shit really is, bro. Nobody does. Everybody's like, that's why they got to keep beating the same stuff into you. You know what I'm saying? Like night and day. The president is this. Put your hand on your heart and sing the national anthem. The America's this and this is this and that. Like, bro, no. Somebody taught me the difference between education and indoctrination a long time ago. Indoctrination is when people teach you what to think. That's like saying president is this, God is this, your mom is this, your race is this. Like teaching you what to think. Education is teaching you how to think. You know what I'm saying? And there's a difference between that. Like education teaches you how to think. It says this is a problem and we solve this by process of elimination, or we solve this by asking so many questions and throwing so many different things on the board until we find one thing that can solve this thing. And we'll know that it solves it because it changes when we apply what we believe to be the solution to it. That's education, bro. Like, I wish that we were all educated instead of indoctrinated. A lot of us, we got negative automatic programming in our heads that keep us limited for our entire lives. And it's only because we were given things and we were force-fed things when we were children that we had no choice to like fight. You had no choice to like oppose this thing. And now you're stuck with it. It becomes what you believe to be your identity. And it becomes what you believe to what you believe to be your belief system. But it's sad because it ain't really like that. J6337. It's programming. Yes, it is. Programming, bro. And it becomes what you call your life. And it becomes what you call your name. Like, for example, people always ask me that. I'm like, yo, I'm King Hoodie. What's up? They be like, what's your real name? They always twist their face up when I tell them that shit. I be like, King Hoodie is my real name. They're like, no, what's on your birth certificate? What's on your driver's license? I said, what's on my birth certificate and what's on my driver's license is a name that I didn't choose. It's a name that I didn't approve of. It's a name that was given to me by somebody else. And if we're being historically accurate, I'm Haitian. So that means that I'm descendant of French slaves. So that means that whoever fucking name this really is was some French master at some point in time. I don't know my African name. I don't know the original name that I had. So what do you want me to do? You want me to keep kicking this shit to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest. It was a name that I didn't choose. My parents gave me a name. For example, also, my name is my father's name. You feel me? So every time somebody calls me Ray or Raymond, I think of my father. I can't have my own identity if I live in a place where I'm sharing a name with someone else who's different than me. I'm going to constantly be comparing myself to the other version of the person who got the exact same name as me. It's not really my name. You know what I'm saying? So my government name is Jean Raymond Jean Philip, as white people would say it. In a Haitian, more Haitian dialect is Jean Raymond Jean Philippe. Jean Raymond Jean Philippe. Jean Raymond Jean Philip. Right? And apparently it's supposed to be like some kind of beautiful Haitian name, but it's fucking confusing in the United States of America. You couldn't imagine how hard it was for me doing roll call in school. And I'm from Miami, so they would beat you up if they found out you was Haitian, which is so crazy. Like, black Americans would beat Haitians up. You know, that was like a thing for a very long time. So you used to get ridiculed every day. I'm a part of that generation that like still got very, very ridiculed for being Haitian. You know, whenever they would sound my name off, they'd be like, whose name is that? And I'd be like, my name. I got 2 G's in my name. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if your name was Devin, Elizabeth, Devin, something else. And they'd be like, okay, cool. You feel me? J6337, I'm your cousin. What up, Jay? Welcome. Gunjan, what up? And so a lot of times we end up in these things where like, but it's not my name. So anytime somebody tries to like say, oh, what's your real name? What's your government name? I'm like, bruh, it wasn't a name that I chose. I respect what Malcolm X did. You know what I'm saying? He chose to forsake that other name. Like, bruh, it's not my name. I got way too many names. And then furthermore, just to even add it even deeper, the name that they call me inside of my house is a nickname. I'm Puerto Rican. So my mother used to call me Machito. Anytime you see somebody in my family, they're not gonna call me by whatever name y'all know me by. They're gonna call me Machito, and that's the name that they knew me by. That's my Puerto Rican nickname, and that's the one that my whole family knows me as. Like my Haitian side, my Puerto Rican, everybody, because that's what my mother was calling me, and that's what my sisters was calling me. You know what I'm saying? My name is Jordan Michael Jordan. Are you serious? That's hilarious. TK, you cute. Thank you. London. Hey, what's up, London? Ajane, what up? Good morning. What race are you, gang? Rain clouds. I am Haitian and Puerto Rican. So my father's Haitian, my mother's Puerto Rican. My grandmother's name is Delphina Lassane Warren, mad French. Damn, that Lassane is kind of hard, though. I like that. It sounds beautiful when you say it. Thank you, Fiji's back. It does sound beautiful, no lie. Thank you. Yeah, that's my government, that's my real name. But I say all that to say, like, I'm just using this name topic as an example to say there are things that were given to you before you were born and before you had a decision to make for yourself that mold and shape the rest of your life if you never take an account of it. If you never say, yo, bro, do I even agree with this shit? Do I agree to have the exact same name as my father? Probably not. I probably would have liked my own identity growing up, because every time I hear Raymond, I'm thinking that they're talking to my father. They don't sound like you're talking to me, because inside of my own house, they call me Machito. Every time you say Machito, I'm thinking you're talking to me, but I also know that that's a name that's only for inside of my house. You go outside of my house, it's going to be different. So I said that to say, man, when I introduce myself as King Hoodie to somebody, I prefer that name above all the other ones, because I'm like, bro, it's a name that I chose for myself. Why did I choose it for myself? I have no fucking idea. But every time it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, and I never change it. And the weirdest thing in the world too is, like, I'll take a picture of this one day, but like, I was looking at my hand one day. I'll find a way to like show y'all, but it was really weird. I'll show y'all this in a few. It was really, really, really weird. Gungeon, my name is Julian James Williams III. Hey, Gungeon, what's up? My dog Gungeon in the live. Shout out Philadelphia in the building. That's actually a pretty dope name though. Julian James Williams. That should sound like some Jesse James shit. That should sound like a character name in a movie. My name is Julian James Williams. That's what's up. That's a good name. IQUE Quest Slims. What up? Welcome to the live. Jay Machito. Yeah, we Spanish the fuck over here. One of the coolest dudes so far. Straight up. What up, Dungeon? Yeah, man. So I still like to say, man, we gotta challenge our programming, bro. You gotta challenge what it is that was given to you at birth. Like, whenever people try to say, oh, you're black, or you're this, or you're that, I'm like, bro, I don't agree with being called black. You know, I heard somebody tell me this a while ago, and I agree with it. They're like, bro, I'm not black. You can't relegate my entire history to a color, especially like a color like black. No, I'm not black. I'm an African. You know what I'm saying? I'm an African. I'm a race. I belong to a certain culture of people, but I'm not just a color. I'm not out the fucking crayon box. So whenever somebody's try to like label you as that, and you got to understand too, when you wake up and you say I'm black, it's like, yeah, but like, you know, you didn't come up with that. You know, a white person decided to call you black, right? The same way that white person decided to call themselves white. Like, they're just finding ways to label people, and it's going to keep happening until we stop labeling ourselves. I don't want to be labeled what you call me. You know what I'm saying? Certain labels I agree with, but certain I don't. Like, nah, you got to challenge it, and you got to figure out what works for you. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit there and just adopt these things from other people. I'm not big on the this kind of conversation, that kind of conversation. I do think that people are who they are, but I agree with you. If you choose to wake up one day and say, I don't want to be what people call me, I want to do something else, I understand that, man. Malcolm X did that. Cool. Get your ass up and do it too. You know what I'm saying? You got to ask yourself, do I agree with these things? I always like telling people too, man, your mind is like a Walmart shopping cart. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you go to Walmart with everybody you ever met in your entire life. Leslie, good morning. What's up? Do you write down the song lyrics you heard in your dream? Fiji's back. I did not write the song lyrics down, bro. I gotta get it together. And this is the third time. This is like the third time in recent times that I've had a song playing in my dreams that I wake up and I forget it, but I'm like, fuck. But I know that the song that was playing in my dreams right when I woke up this time was called Troubled Waters, because I woke up saying Troubled Waters. And I'm like, what the hell is that about? So it's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. Those are weird moments, like, because that don't happen to me all the time, for sure. Those are weird moments. A from Orlando, what up? How you feel, Janae? I'm good. Anita, morning, King. What's up, Anita? Yeah, the Holy Spirit revealed to me that I'm Cherokee, Blackfoot, South, French, Scottish, and Liberian. That's what's up. That's deep. Let me see. On IG. Yeah, but people call me Gungeon forever. Yeah, Gungeon, you gonna be Gungeon forever, bro. Because Gungeon is a good name. Gungeon sound like dungeon, and I like it. But with a gun in it. I like that. Clems is short for Clements. Mercy, the meaning. Oh, that's what's up. Mercy? I like that. First off, I think that's a beautiful name, bro. I remember being small, and I remember there was a woman that was around my parents. Her name was Mercy. And I thought that was the prettiest name, even as a kid. I was like, her name is Mercy? Mwah, chef's kiss. I remember being small and being attracted to grown women. That's one crazy thing about me. Like, I remember being little, and I remember looking at grown-ass ladies like, but you know what? even as a child, like I knew there was pretty shit going on. Like I'm like, I may not know what's happening, but I know some pretty shit going on out here. Man, I remember one time I had to be like 3 years old or some shit like that. I remember, this is just a little like segue, but I had to be like 3 years old or some shit like that. And then I remember I guess I was staying at my mother's friend's house. I remember she put me on the bed and she started changing her clothes. I remember she came up out her shirt and I remember thinking to myself like, in my mind I was like, oh shit. I don't know how small I was to understand that this lady was bare chested in front of me, but like my feet, I know I was on the side of the bed and my feet wasn't touching the ground. So I'm like, and this is a lady's room, so I don't think this was a king size bed. Like I know my feet wasn't touching the ground, so I know I was small. But I was looking at this lady like, oh yeah, damn. And I had to be small, bro, because my feet wasn't touching the ground, so this shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I just say that to say like, small segue, small. I don't know where that came from, but I remember being little. Somebody said that their name was Mercy. I remember being little and remembering there was a lady's named Mercy, and I was like small, but I was like, that's a pretty ass name for a girl, for a woman. And I was small. So you know what I'm saying? To be like that. Sometimes you do be knowing. When you small, you're like, I don't know what's happening, but I know I like this shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Deepa Mare, no wonder you're gorgeous. That PR and Haitian. What a unique combo. Yes, always a challenge. Thank you, Deepa Mare. Appreciate that. It's to separate people. Facts. Mercy said, your power of being open for conversations. Beautiful. Hey, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Hey, man, look, man. When you small, you be seeing shit, you like, Because I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, I'm going to get in trouble for this? I'm like, no, I can't get in trouble for this because this lady's, I'm under her control right now. You feel me? I'm just here. Yeah, I remember that shit, bro. I remember being small. But yeah, shit's crazy. But I say all that to say, man, like, I feel like your mind, right? The human mind, I said this a bunch of times. I feel like the human mind is like a Walmart shopping cart, right? I feel like, and I've said this a bunch of times on the live, and I'll say it again for people who never heard me say it before. Let's say you go to Walmart, right? Or any supermarket. Let's say you go to a supermarket with every person that you ever met in your entire life. You walking through every aisle with everybody that you know, right? If you've ever been to Walmart with some kids or some relatives, you know how this shit gonna go. You're gonna walk through all the aisles and a whole bunch of different people are gonna put a whole bunch of different stuff in your cart. When you go to the candy and the toy aisle, the kids gonna throw shit in there. When you go to the panty bra aisle, some of the girls in your thing, they gonna throw some stuff in there. When you go to the sports section, all the tough boys that you know growing up and your coach and shit gonna throw baseball, basketball, all kind of shit in there. When you get to the grocery aisle, your mama gonna throw shit in there. So by the time you go to check out, by the time you get to like the actual register to check out, there's gonna be a bunch of stuff in your cart that you didn't choose. You're going to be sitting there like with a bunch of shit in here that a bunch of different people threw up in here and you ain't know. So I would say to you, before you check out, and that's a double entendre, before you check out, take an appraisal of what's in your cart. Like before you just blindly be like, oh, okay, this is just my life. Let me just swipe the card. Nah, before you just swipe the card and pay for other people's shit, get it if you get it. Before you check out and pay for other people's shit, other people's insecurities, doubt, fears, worries, perceptions of the world, before you get to the checkout and you pay for other people's shit, make sure you actually look inside your cart and see if all of this stuff is actually what you want to pay for. Because whatever's in your head, you're paying for regardless. You paying for that low self-esteem that your grandma told you, you wasn't good enough. You paying for that self-perception of yourself when your first girlfriend or your first boyfriend made you feel bad for looking a certain kind of way or saying a certain type of thing or doing a certain type of thing. You paying for all the stuff that your parents told you couldn't do. You paying for all the stuff your counselor told you couldn't do, your coach told you couldn't do, your friend, your cousin, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your teachers. Some of them teachers wasn't shit, I'll be honest. Some of the older teachers, they really was dream killers. Like, let's be real. Steve Harvey tells a story about how they gave him an assignment one time and his teacher said, what do you want to be when you grow up? He said he wanted to be on TV. The teacher brought him to the front of the class, had him read his out loud so that she could tear him down. She said, why would you say something like that? You didn't take the assignment seriously. What make you think you ever going to be on TV? Who you know that's on TV? You know anybody in the school been on TV? Anybody in your family been on TV? You taking this as a joke. Go and sit down. You never be on TV. And he took it. I was crushing to him. This nigga says every year for Christmas, he sends that teacher a brand new flat screen television. Because he said, I'm all over that damn TV now. I don't want you to miss none of this shit. I'm on the Family Feud. I'm on the Steve Harvey show. I'm on this. I'm on that. So he made fun of it. But like, it's crazy. But it's true. Some of them teachers were dream killers. But I say all that to say like, yo, before you go in and check out, take an appraisal of all the stuff that you got inside your head, bro. It's a lot of stuff inside your head that you ain't put there. It's just like the shopping cart. So before you go and you check out at the cash register, start saying, I don't want these toys. I don't want this weird shit. I don't want this. I don't want that. Because you don't want to got to pay for it. It's your brain. Your brain controls your life. This is the control center for your whole life. If you sitting over there and you're not controlling what's happening inside of your head, bruh, you tripping. You completely tripping because you're going to pay the price for that. You're going to pay the price for those doubts. You're going to pay the price for those fears. You're going to pay the price for them worries. You're going to pay the price for all that shit. So before you go out, like, go. You know what I'm saying? Is that one of your favorite outfits? This one here, the one I'm wearing right now, this is my gym fit. So sometimes I wear this when I just be in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if I'm running late, I'll just throw this on because it's easy. And on top of that, I like to, like, get multiple uses out of my gym fit because I ain't got time to be doing all that laundry. You feel me? So I be putting this shit to work. I remember saying that, right, very good point, right? So when I'm telling you, man, like, this is real. I checked out at work, had to check my supervisor. Damn, that's crazy. Real talk. Real pretty Zoe. It's facts. Looks good. Thank you. Nah, the reality situation is you got to take an appraisal of that, bro. Take an appraisal. Go inside your own mental shopping cart and say, yo, bro, do I want this shit? How much of this stuff here did I choose versus how much of this stuff was put here by somebody else? I don't want them worries and them doubts and them fears. I understand that my family love me, bro. I understand that my family probably love me to death. They'll do anything for me. But a lot of their belief systems was meant to keep them stuck. And everything that they think keeps them safe actually keeps them stuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you here. Why did you not move to a new city yet? Why you ain't traveled the world yet? Why you ain't push past your limits? Why you ain't crowdfund for your idea yet? Why you ain't find out the definition of the word capital and go into like places where you can build capital, earn capital, raise capital for your ideas? Why do we not know these things? How come you have any questions about how your taxes run? How come you don't know how insurance runs? How come you don't know how interest fees are accumulated into your account, whether for you or against you? Like, why don't you know these things? These things are important in your life. And why you letting days continue to go by without understanding these shits? How old are you now? Taxes been around since before you was fucking born and you still don't understand them. You know what I'm saying? Insurance and fees have been around. Like, a bunch of stuff has been around since before you was even born. You still don't understand it. You don't understand it because you have no impulse. You have no intention to understand it. You have no desire to understand it. You feel like the world is so chaotic. You just really want to get by. You just want to, like, do your little job, go to your little house, watch your little Netflix, eat your little food, smoke your little weed, have sex with your little partner, and live that way, knowing goddamn well you was meant for something more. But you're just afraid of the more. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is like, that's the saddest thing in the world. One thing I'm always going to talk about is the human potential, bro. Here with Mariana. What's up, Mariana? Welcome to the live. One thing I'm always going to talk about is the human potential, bro. Because we got such, like, enormous potential for incredible things. If one human being on the planet can change the world, so can everybody else. You know what I'm saying? The Black Indigo, feel like it. Kalimba, feels like I'm in trouble. I like it. You are in trouble. We all in trouble. If we don't get this shit right, we all in trouble because you're going to die with regrets. We're going to die with worries and doubts and fears that aren't even our fucking fears. You know what I'm watching yesterday? The person that I'm going to study next week is Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? I ended up randomly, like, something happened near my crib to where all the power went out in my whole complex yesterday. But I was eating and I wanted to watch something. So I'm the type of nigga, I download shit because internet be going out sometimes. So I got albums that are loaded up onto hard drives and I got movies that are loaded up onto hard drives. Maybe I'm preparing for D-Day or something like that. But anyway, so I ended up watching something called Pumping Iron. I don't know if y'all ever seen it. It's a documentary that came out in 1977 about Arnold Schwarzenegger winning the Mr. Olympia contest for the 6th time in a row. This is like his last time competing, you know? And in it, like, the dude is like, he's just going crazy. And at one point he ends up saying, like, yo, bro, when I'm focused on something, I don't ever have you invested in a generator. No, I didn't invest in a generator. He's like, yo, when I focus on something, I never deviate from it. He told a story about how he said, look, I can't allow any outside negative circumstance. He said this shit in 1975 because the documentary came out in 1977. 1975, dude was like, I can't allow any negative energy to get into my mind. When I'm in a competition and I'm focused, I don't allow any negativity to get into my mind. He said if I get involved with a woman before a competition, that can negatively impact my workout. So I got to treat her very coldly. She has to understand it because I'm focused. He said, even if right now, outside of this room, if my car gets stolen, I can't allow myself to think about it. The first thing I'm going to do is call my secretary, have her call the insurance agent, and they're going to laugh about it because I can't be bothered with that. I got to focus on what it is that I'm focused on. He said, in a real life instance, he said his father died. He was training for a competition. He was 2 months out from a competition, and his father died. His mother called him and said, hey, yo, your father died. Will you come home for the funeral? He said, no, ma, can't. It's too late. He's already dead. Nothing I can do about it. I'm 2 months away from a competition. I got to be focused. I got to focus on what it is that I'm doing. And he had to give his mother an excuse because, you know, how can he can't be so rough with her, but he had to say, nah, he couldn't come to the funeral. And he said that drove a lot of distance between him and his girlfriend at the time because she was like, how can you be so cold like that? That's your daddy. You're not going to go. And he said, That has nothing to do. I'm here. I'm here and I'm gonna stay here. And it's like, bro, homie had that kind of mentality in 1975, bro. If there's anybody on the planet that has ever lived out all of their damn dreams, Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of them, bro. Homie became the world's greatest bodybuilder. Homie became one of the biggest actors in the world. Homie became, what is this? He became a multi-millionaire so many times over, worldwide phenomenon, and he became the governor. He became a politician. This nigga does everything he wanted to do in his whole life. You know what I'm saying? And I say that to say, if there's any one person in the world that can accomplish so much in their life, everybody can do it. It just depends on your thought process. You know, yeah, there's certain things that separate them from us. There's certain things like, yeah, if you're white, some people might give you better opportunities. If you're black, they might make it a little harder for you. You know, if you're a male, it might be easier for you. If you're a woman, depending on where you are, it might be harder for you or easier for you, depending on what room you're in. You know what I'm saying? Some people are taller, some people are shorter. All of those little things matter a little bit. But the main thing that matters, bro, is if you're just going to do it or not. Napoleon Bonaparte was the emperor of France, bro. Like, he wasn't the president. He wasn't he was the emperor. Thank you so much, Black Indigo. Appreciate that. Homie was the emperor of France, bro. Like, he controlled the whole country of France. This man was like 5 foot something. He was a very short individual. Most people would be like, man, little man, if you don't get up out of here. But he commanded that power. It don't matter how tall you are. It don't matter the color you are. The richest man to ever exist on the face of the earth was the Mali king, Mansa Musa. Richest man. They said if you calculate the amount of gold he had, it would be $400 billion by today's standards. You know what I'm saying? That's like $200 billion richer than the richest man in the world today. You know, like the homie was ridiculously rich, you know, and we know that to be true because we just know it. It's like it's in the history books. But I'm saying that to say it really doesn't matter your color, it doesn't matter your race, it doesn't matter where you come from, it don't matter your size, it don't matter your gender, it don't matter how much education you got, it don't matter none of that shit. The only thing that matters is if you're going to do it or not. Do you got the automatic programming, or are you capable of believing all the reasons why you can win, or are you capable of believing all the reasons why you should not win? That's the only differentiating factor. Either I'm going to believe all the reasons why I could do this shit, or either I'm going to tell myself all the reasons why I can't do this shit. Henry Ford says the man who says he can and the man who says he can't are both right. And who cares, bro? Who cares if you go for something and you experience failure? That's a good part of life, which you don't understand, because failure is going to show you what you need to improve on. I went for this thing and it didn't work for me. Cool, I need to improve on this, and this. Facts. That's just it. I need to improve here. Because if you're really, really, really superior at that thing, there's no way you can fail. The best person will always win in the end. And you got to tell yourself that you're the best. And you got to focus on being the best. It won't be easy, but it's simple. The simple thing to do is cut out all distractions except for that which you want and give yourself all the reasons why you could do this shit instead of all the reasons why you can't do it. It's all in your head. That's it. Because your body is eminently qualified to succeed. A lot of the poor people on the planet are far healthier than a lot of the rich people on the planet for a lot of different reasons. Like, the average lifespan for some of these wealthy people is really not that long. You know, if you really think about it. And you got people who are living indigenously for like 90 years, 100 years. You feel me? So it's like, yo, bro, you're stronger. Your body can handle more germs and diseases because you're around it a little bit more than the average person. But then this rich person ends up with a little sickness and he's gone. He doesn't have that, like, his immune system ain't that strong. He's been protected. He's been shielded. He's been away from all that kind of stuff so long. You know what I'm saying? So, like, get it popping. Jasmine Major, what's up? That's good, right? So important to have less of a victim mindset and more of a victor mindset. Facts, Tina. Like, Indigo, peace and love. What up, Sebek? It's real, man. And you got to tell yourself what it is that you want. Like, you can't just adopt these like negative influences that other people give to you, bro. You cannot. Just left the gym. How are you? I'm good. I just left the gym too. What's up, Jasmine? Hannah, stress comes with high amounts of moolah. Moolah? Am I reading that right? Moolah like money? That's very funny if it's moolah like money. But nah, man, we got to challenge that stuff, bro. So before you continue going down this route, whatever route you're in, ask yourself, am I being called what I want to be called? Am I being seen as in the light that I want to be seen as? Are my friends the kind of friends that I want? Is my health doing exactly what I want my health to do? Jasmine Major, thank you for the gifts. Appreciate you, Jasmine. Is my health doing what I need my health to do? Is my bank account doing what my bank account needs to do? Is my body doing what my body needs to do? Is my mind doing what my mind needs to do? Like, ask yourself, is my life going in the direction that I want it to go? If I continue down this route, will I end up where I want to go? Or will I end up either back in the same place or worse than I started out with? You got to ask yourself these questions, bro, because a lot of people aren't asking them questions. If you stay where you are if you do exactly what you've been doing right now for the next year, will there be growth in your life? Will there be stagnancy in your life? Like, you're going to end up in the exact same place, or will you decline? Will you decrease? A lot of people aren't asking the questions, bro. And the reality is, bro, if I work at a fast food chain and I eat the fast food that we make at this fast food chain every single day, and I do this for the next year, then I probably gain weight My health will decline as a part of my weight gain. My cholesterol is going to shoot through the roof. Now I got different ailments and sicknesses, and I'm probably not going to make a large amount of money. They're probably going to give me a quarter raise every year or something like that. And then I'm not really going to improve. I'm kind of going to stay here. Or you can simply project that by looking at the other people that work at the same place you work at. I started at this fast food chain a month ago. How long you been here, Jerry? 5 years. How much you make? $3 more than me. You been here for 5 years? This shit ain't going nowhere. This shit ain't going nowhere. You got to know that. Just because of high amounts of moolah. Let me see. Big facts. Honestly. Congrats. Thank you, Jasmine Major. Hey, Queen. Good morning. Yeah. Y'all getting into it. Love it. You know, I'm working on my happiness every day. Much light to you. I love that. Boricua. What's up? Good morning, love. Good morning. Boricua Reina. 03. What's up? Jay. 6337, the hamster wheel. Nah, man, true. Because some people are so poor, all they have is money. Yo, I heard somebody say that, and that was dope. And Mercy over here just said that. Sorry if I keep calling you by your real name, but I really can't pronounce the name, but I like that one. I like Mercy. Mercy's hard. Some people are so poor, all they have is money. That's a fact, man. Money is good, bro. I love having money. Money's incredible. I like who I am when I got an abundance of money, because then I could do more things for the people I'm around. You know what I'm saying? I also like who I am, like, as a person. I feel like I show up better in the world when I got more money. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to less money. That's just only just looking at my life. Like, I know how I was showing up before, and I know how I show up, like how I get to show up now, and how I get to show up, you know, as I get more money. And I just like the person that I am. So whenever somebody tries to convince me how money is evil, I always look at that shit like, man, you must be out of your goddamn mind. I think money is just a tool that helps enhance what's already there. If you was an evil person when you was broke, you probably gonna be an evil person when you got money too, bro. I know some evil broke people. Hey, the Black Indigo, thank you for the heart puffs. Yeah, if you was a evil person when you was broke, bro, you're gonna be an evil person when you got money. If you was like a person that had no self-control when you broke, you gonna have less self-control when you got money. If you was a person that would drink until you pass out when you ain't got no money, when you got money, bro, you probably gonna get liver poisoning and just straight up fucking die, like alcohol poisoning, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Lack of control, like, and the increase of like material things and access gives you even more desire and temptation to have lack of control. I don't need to control myself because I got money now. I don't need to be right or ethical because I got money now. I don't need to have integrity because I got money. I don't need to go to the gym and be healthy because I got money. I don't need to be honest to these people because I got money. I don't need to be nice to you or kind to you because I got money. Like, those are sicknesses. Those are diseases that do come with money sometimes, but they don't really come from the money. They come from the personality of the person who just happened to get the money. Like, your personality was already messed up. You was like that when you was broke. You just didn't have the access before. You didn't have the right to be disrespectful when you was broke. So you just was pretending to be kind, but you was really disrespectful. You didn't have the right to be a glutton when you was broke because you couldn't afford all that money. But now you can afford it. Now you gain 300 pounds out of nowhere. I feel like all it does is just enhance what's already there. If you was already a slimy, weird individual, you're going to be slimy and weird when you got money too. I don't think money really changes people. And that's just my perspective. I think money just enhances what you already got. I think it has the potential to change you, but, you know, it depends on who you want to be. Like, if you want to be a person that's like rich and sloppy, you can do that. If you want to be a person that's rich and intentional, you can also do that. You know, I'm so intrigued by people like Warren Buffett. Like, Warren Buffett is a weird ass person to me because I'm like, but this dude doesn't buy anything new. All his cars are certified pre-owned. He lives in the same house he bought in the 50s. All he did was like improve upon it. And I remember there was a long time where they was talking about his breakfast was just a McDonald's sandwich. It was like, yo, if the market was good, if the market was bad the night before, every day for breakfast, his wife would give him $1 and some change to go and get him a McMuffin. And if the market was bad, he'd just get a regular McMuffin. If the market was good, his wife give him $1 and some more cents so he could actually put cheese on the McMuffin. That was like a story that they always used to tell about Warren Buffett. Every day he go to McDonald's. If the market was bad, he get a regular McMuffin. If the market was good, when he woke up, then he gets a McMuffin with cheese. He gets the extra cents from his wife to put the cheese on it. This is one of the wealthiest men in the world. He only like private jets. Bro, this is one of the wealthiest men in the world. This dude's like top 10. He's been top 10 for years. One of the wealthiest people on the planet. Not even just America. Like, in the whole planet, this whole world that we live in, this dude is one of the wealthiest. But I understand, like, I like the fact that homie is frugal. He's not gonna buy nothing that's past his point, past his limit. Like, nah, I don't want to buy that. I'm buying certified pre-owned cars. What does that mean? That means that this car just came back to the dealership because somebody paid for it in a lease and it got low mileage on it. And I'm gonna buy it, bro. You can literally buy Ford. You can buy General Motors. You can buy all that shit, and you're not doing it because he knows better. That intrigues me a lot. That's like, bro, imagine having the kind of mentality where you could tame billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? You could tame that shit. You can not only tame the actual money, but you could tame the temptation inside of a human being to splurge on that money. That's endearing to me. That's an endearing quality to me. You know, that shows like trust. That's like, I could trust you. I remember somebody said one time, a woman's loyalty is tested when her man has nothing. And they said a man's loyalty is tested when he has everything. And I thought that was interesting. You know what I'm saying? I'm generous. Jay, I'm generous with or without money. Facts. We love it. Boris, what up? Not sure why Buffett is so cheap. He doesn't even help his own children. Hey, facts. That's his business. That's crazy to me. I mean, I also don't mind that. Like, Andrew Carnegie was one of the people too. It's like, bro, I made a lot of money, and before I go, I'm gonna blow it. Like, I'm gonna give all my money away. I don't want to deprive my children of the power that they're gonna get by building their own wealth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give you no money because nobody give me money. So I kind of get it, kind of don't. You know, I think there's arguments for both sides. Will you? That's a great question for everybody. Will you leave your children an inheritance? That's a great question. Everybody should answer that question. Everybody in the live, answer the question. Will you be leaving your children an inheritance? Because there's a great debate for it, and there's a great debate against it. And some of the wealthiest, most powerful people in the world say, nope, I'm not going to give my kids an inheritance. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to turn out like these other trust fund babies and these weirdos. No, I want my child to have that shit that I got. You know what I'm saying? And then some people are like, screw that. I'm not going to let my kids start from the bottom like the rest of these people because the psychology of the bottom can infect you and destroy you. So no, I'm going to let my kids start up here, have a certain kind of vibe up here, and I understand it. You know what I'm saying? So will you be leaving your children an inheritance? It's a great question. Here with Mariana says, absolutely yes. Okay. J6337. Hey, yeah. It's a great question. I love these vibes. Absolutely Black Indigo. Yeah, we love it up in here. Devin, my parents were set, everything in moderation. Fact. Amen. That's an interesting comment because it has nothing to do with what the woman has. Right. Very true. That is very true. Yeah. That is actually very true. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know where I got that from, but I just heard it. I thought that was interesting. And the part that intrigued me the most was a man's loyalty is tested when he has everything. I was like, man, that's interesting. And a woman's loyalty is tested when her man has nothing. And I just look at it like, I can see that. I can see how a woman can easily be like, I'm going to leave this guy because he doesn't have what it takes to be a protector or provider. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can't really be a provider, you can't really be a protector either. So I'm going to go somewhere else where there's more soil, you know, more like I can do more things over here. And a man, when he has everything and his woman doesn't have anything, then it's like, okay, I'm going to switch out my lady because my lady is not productive enough or she doesn't complement my lifestyle anymore. And I think that's really what it is. I think in both of those scenarios, the person who has is looking at the person who doesn't have and saying whether they're going to hold them and keep them or they're going to say this person doesn't suit my lifestyle, so I'm going to leave them. I think that's like that's what I get from that saying, you know, pretty interesting. Let's see. I don't agree with making your children struggle. Devin, Hannah, yes. They will learn financial literacy, right? I will and start them off now. Hey, okay. Black Indigo, if I ever have them, then yeah, okay. I'm blessed, finding good daily and doing what I can do unapologetic. Unapologetic is a great word. Their inheritance will be Jesus Christ. He'll take care of them just like he takes care of me. Hey, for sure. Your inheritance will be Jesus the Christ. That's what you're getting. Yo, that's awesome. Most people that grow up with money are not as likely to be arrogant than those that get it later. Most people that grow up with money are not as likely to be arrogant as those that get it later. I thought it would be the other way around. Most people that grow up with money will have a certain level of arrogance instead of people who earned it and get it later. Interesting, LeBanks. Yep, I've seen that firsthand. My dude started making money and his true colors became more vibrant than ever. Damn. Ex-dude. Damn. Hannah, I would like them to get the inheritance in increments. But see, if they get it in increments, then like, do they really have any grit to go and get it themselves? Like if I get a payment once a year, what's going to stop me from just waiting once a year to continue to get that? I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. That makes sense. Yeah. Jesus the Christ. Hey, tell you. All right. On IG. IG says, here with Mariana. Absolutely yes. And I'm a single mom too, and I work hard for everything I got. Facts. Mercy says, sometimes it's just going to do this. Sometime it's just going to do this alone. If it gets there. Yeah, I don't know what that really means, Mercy. Sometime it's just going to do this alone. If it gets there. Okay. Yeah, some people, hey, look, I've definitely read it. Some millionaires are not leaving any inheritance to their children, and some are. And I think there's arguments for both sides, you know. Me personally, I feel like I definitely gonna leave my kids with money, but they gotta qualify for it. That's my middle ground. You know what I'm saying? My middle ground is like, you're going to get a big ass lump sum of money when you qualify for it. I'm not talking about like when you turn 25. Like scratching and surviving until you get to 25 ain't really like the qualification I'm talking about. It's like, nah. For example, there's a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. The Richest Man in Babylon is one of my favorite books. If you read it, you know why. The book is fire. But in it, the richest man in Babylon, in one chapter, he in like the later parts of the book, he has a son. And it's time for him to allow his son, or time to tell his son whether he's going to give his son his empire. And because he didn't know whether his son was worthy or not, he gave him a test. He said, look, I'm going to give you a horse. I'm going to give you a servant. I'm going to give you a bag of gold, 100 pieces of gold. And I'm going to give you a scroll that has the secrets of money on it. You're going to leave my house. You're going to go to Nineveh, which is another key. This guy was in Babylon, so he sent his son to Nineveh. So you're going to go to Nineveh, and you're going to come back in 10 years, I think it was. I want to say it was like 10 years. In 10 years, if you come back to me and you've done well with that goal, or you've done well for yourself, I'll give you my inheritance. And if you don't do well for yourself, then I'm going to give all my money to the church. Better they do something with it than it be squandered by somebody who don't know how to manage money. And so his son left. And his son had to like get it together. His son left. First thing he did, his son heard about some horse races, and he put some money in the horse race. He lost a lot of his money in the horse races. First, blew all half of his money. Then he found out about a business venture with some kid who didn't know nothing, but there was a store for sale. And so he put the rest of his gold into buying the store. And then that kid that he went into business with wasn't really a good kid. He had to kick the kid out the business. He had this store. He didn't know how to do nothing with it, so he had to sell everything. And then he had no money left. Homie was just broke, right? So I was like, all right, cool. And so I'm like, cool. And so now homie don't got no money. So now he's like, damn, I got to figure this out. So he had to sell his horse. His servant left him. He has no gold now. Now he's broke on the streets of Nineveh. And he come from like a wealthy family. So now he sits and he's like, man, I got to figure this out. So by the time he lost all his money, the only thing he had left was a scroll that his father gave him that had the secrets of money in it. So it was like the 5 cures or the 5 secrets of gold. And so he ends up reading what his dad wrote on the scroll. And he was like, all right, cool, I'm going to get my stuff together. He ends up getting a job. He works that job, works it really well. He's like working near slaves, but he's not a slave, working on a wall. And so he's working on the wall, and he just starts saving his money. He saves 10% of his money, saves it. He saves 10% of his money for like a year. And then one of his managers comes and talks to him, he's like, hey, you're like a pretty good worker, and you don't seem like, you don't drink with the rest of the guys, you don't blow your money on it. Like, what do you do with your money? Do you save it? He's like, yeah, I save my money. He was like, okay, cool. Look, I have a business opportunity. Me and a couple of these other chiefs are going to send a caravan to another city to get steel, to get metal for these gates. The king has said he's going to build some gates in this city in a year from now. So when he needs to get the metal to build those gates, we'll be the only guys in town that have the metal for him. But we're going to go and get that metal now in advance. Me and a couple other guys are pulling our money together. Do you want to partake in this investment? And so he was like, okay, I'm interested in this. So the guy brought the kid in. And they were talking among like wise men. These were wise men that were wise with their money. And so the kid was finally able to like get around the right group of guys. And so these guys were like, this is what we're going to do. They talked about everything, every pitfall. They talk about every pitfall. They talk about every catastrophe that could happen. They talk about every backup plan. They talk about everything. They went through everything with a fine-tooth comb about this operation. They finally came to a plan, put their money together, went and got the gold. In a year, the king did need the metal for the gates. And they went to those guys. And the guys were like, even if the king doesn't need the metal for our gates, we'll still have the metal. We can still sell it for a profit. So no matter what, us going and getting this metal from afar a year in advance is going to be either, no matter what, we're going to make money on this metal. And so the king did need that metal for them gates, and he bought it from those guys. So the boy made a lot of money off of that deal. So that was his first profitable investment that he made. He saved his money for a year, and then that following year, when he had like a little bit saved up, he invested that money for another year. And then the second year around, he got a return on investment. And then from that point forward, he just knew to work, save his money, stack it up. And then eventually he kept like meeting up with the same guys to talk about different business ventures and stuff like that. Eventually, he did really well for himself. He became like a merchant selling goods. Now he understood the psychology of buying goods and selling the goods. And so he became a good merchant and he became a gold lender. So 10 years had finally passed. He had to go back to his dad's house. His dad was the richest man in Babylon. And when he came back with him. He came back with a servant. He came back with a wife. And he came back with a son. And he was like, tell me about your adventures. And the boy told him everything. He said, man, I blew all my money in the beginning. I had nothing. I finally decided to go and look at the wisdom that you had blessed me with. And that gave me the ability to work hard, save my money, and get out of that. He said, so when I first left here, you gave me 100 pieces of gold. He says, oh, here. So he gave him, his servant brought him back a bag full of 100 pieces of gold. He said, that's 100 pieces of gold to replace the gold that you gave me. And for the wisdom that you gave me written on this scroll, I give you this. And he went and gave him like 2 more 100 bags of gold. So he gave him like a bunch more gold. And he's like, here, there's a couple more bags of gold. And he said, but you know, who can measure in gold the value of wisdom? The wisdom that you gave me on this scroll is what allowed me to get here. And so his father was like proud of him. His father said, yeah, you've learned your lessons well. When I die, you're gonna inherit my money. You know what I'm saying? So tell me if that was a good story or not. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That book is that story is from the book The Richest Man in Babylon. But yeah, I think it's funny because see how books come in handy, bro? You be having a conversation about, are you gonna leave money to your kids? You gonna leave money? And then this little story from The Richest Man in Babylon just popped into a nigga head, and I was like, huh, this is what this specific rich man in this story did. He said, I'm rich. I have a son who grew up rich, but I don't know if he's qualified to inherit my money, so I'm going to qualify him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give you a little bit of money, give you something to start with, which is more than what I started with. I'm gonna send you to another town, get your start on. Go ahead, send you over there, get your stuff popping. And the son surely did. Son took a heavy L in the beginning, but then he was like, man, I'm gonna get it popping. And that's what son did. And in 10 years, his son came back, qualified. I came back, I'm a merchant, I'm a gold lender, I got servants, I got wives, I got all these bags of gold. Here's a gift to you, my father, for hooking me up. Yeah, so he sent his son out to when he could qualify, and the son was qualified when he didn't need the money anymore. You know what I'm saying? My son is going to inherit my money when he doesn't need it. You know what I'm saying? When my son qualifies and gets to a level where he don't need my money anymore, that's when he's going to get it. And that's even like a biblical principle too, if you like the Bible. What does it say? Like, to him that have, more shall be given to him, and to him that doesn't, even the little that he has will be taken away. It's facts. You know what I'm saying? To the one that got it, more is going to be given to you. You know what I'm saying? To the one who ain't got it, even the little that you got is going to be taken away. I can't remember which story it was, but it was like some master had given talents of gold to like three of his servants. One had found a way to multiply the gold. One blew the gold. No, wait, what was it? One multiplied the gold. And then, I can't remember the story exactly. Somebody who reads the Bible should know the story better than me. Somebody was like, yo, one of the servants found a way to multiply the gold. And the other one, all he did was like save it. He buried it in the ground so that he wouldn't lose it. No, one multiplied the talents of gold and got 10. Another multiplied the talent of gold and just got 1 back. And then one of them, he was so scared of losing the gold that he buried it until the master came back. And then when the master came back, he was like, yo, take the 1 talent from the one who just has 1 and give it to the one who has 10. And you're like, that's not right. Like that, this guy already got 10 talents of gold. You know, why are you taking it from the other guys? You're taking it from the other guy because the other guy didn't do the right thing with the money. Money was not meant to stand still. Money was meant to multiply. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the poor get poor and the rich get richer. Because the poor only look at money as if it's meant to be burnt for other things that aren't of equal value. If I take the last bit of money that I got and I go and eat with it, now I got a full stomach and an empty wallet. I can't even redo what I just did. I can't even eat again. It's over. But if I take the money in my hand and I go and make some food with it, and then I go sell that food that I made with it, now I found a way to feed others, feed myself, and I multiply my money. And that's the mentality of rich people versus poor people. That's why they say think and grow rich. Because you'll be surprised at what you're capable of doing when your thinking changes. This is all a part of the exact same conversation we've been talking about from the beginning. You'll be surprised. David Torrance, what up, David? I'm talking about money. This is your kind of conversation, my boy. What's up? Yeah, man. Like, you'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised at how your life changes when your mentality of money changes, when your mentality of opportunity changes. A lot of people, and I was thinking about this in the gym, a lot of people are afraid. Like a lot of people live in a state of fear. But I submit to you that your life could change dramatically, instantly, if you turn fear, the word fear, into opportunity. You know, if you change the word fear, first off, you got to be honest with yourself. Some people don't even like saying that they're afraid. They're like, I don't do that. Nah, you don't do that because you're scared to do that. A lot of people, you're not being honest. You're afraid. You know what I'm saying? That's what you really are. You're afraid. But if you're honest with yourself, you're like, I'm afraid of that. And now if you take that word fear, turn it to opportunity, you'd be surprised. I'm afraid of that. No, there's an opportunity there. I have an opportunity. This thing puts fear in me. This thing put hope in me. This thing put desire in me. Fear, turn fear into desire. You know what I'm saying? I have to do this thing. No, I get to do that thing. I want to do this thing. I lust for this thing. I've been dreaming about this shit. I can't wait. I'm about to go over there and experience this shit. You know what I'm saying? Again, I was watching Pumping Iron with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was saying that lifting weights in the gym felt like coming to him. He was like, bro, the pleasure that I get from lifting weights in the gym is like having sex with a woman and coming. He said, so imagine how much I'm in heaven. And when I'm in the gym, I'm coming. When I'm having sex, I'm coming. Like, I'm coming all day. And so, like, imagine if you turn what you had to do into something that you love to do. You know what I'm saying? Something that you, like, lust to do. Like, I have a desire for this thing. I'm loving this shit. I'm in love with it. You'll turn that into whatever it is that you have to do, you'll end up doing it way faster. You just got to change your paradigm. You got to change the way you see it. It's still going to be the same thing, but you just change the way that you see it. And you'll be surprised. You'll take something different the next time you go there. You can convince yourself of anything. You're convincing yourself you broke. You're convincing yourself you're a loser. You're convincing yourself you ain't got what it takes to be a millionaire. You're convincing yourself right now of all the negative shit in the world. You're convincing yourself right now of all the things that don't help you. So why don't you take that same brain power and convince yourself of something that will help you? Convince yourself of something that you actually like. Convince yourself of something that's actually good for you. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how your life will change just by thinking differently. You know what I'm saying? I could take $10 I got in my account right now, blow it to go get something to eat. I ain't got nothing to show for it. Or I could take that money, go buy ingredients, feed other people, charge them for those plates. And now I've multiplied the money, and I've multiplied the food, and I've fed people, and I can go and do this again. Because most likely, as I'm making them plates, I can make myself a plate. So I've eaten, multiplied my money, and done service to other people. You know, off the same $50 I would have blew at a restaurant. You know, you might not even be a cook. You might not even be somebody who like to cook. But if you such a hustler, you'll figure that shit out. I was at Betty Wright's house. Betty Wright, the singer, like the soul singer, Betty Wright. I was at Betty Wright's house, bro, and she a homie of mine's invited. She should do Bible study at her house. So a friend of mine just invited me. We're in the living room of this lady's house. She just reading the Bible, talking to us. Like, it's crazy. And so I'm in Betty Wright's house listening to her talk, and she's telling me she's from the Poking Beans. She's from Miami, and she said, bro, every now and then, she said, I'm always looking for opportunities. I don't care what it is. She had a big house in a rich part of town, like not far from where I live right now. She lived right across the street from a golf course, just to let you know, like, you know, not too many golf courses in Miami or in the ghetto. But yeah, like, she was saying she always is looking for opportunities to make money, even different ways that don't make no sense. She said sometimes when the trains take too long to pass and the traffic backs up to where my house is, I'll go outside with some water bottles. I'll go outside and be like, what's up, water bottle, $2. I'm like, yo, this lady, you're a soul singer. You're like an iconic soul singer. You live in a big ass house. You're rich. Like you're a well off lady. What in the world are you doing walking around selling water bottles? Imagine somebody recognize. Imagine you see Tina Turner outside. God, you know, rest in peace, Tina Turner. Imagine you see Tina Turner, Aretha Franklin, Patti LaBelle walking down the street selling water bottles. You're like, dawg, am I seeing things? Is this lady? What is she doing? She getting to that bag. She don't care. Her ego is not where your ego is. Your ego keep you broke. Her ego keep her rich. It's different. You know what I'm saying? That sounds greedy as well. I'm telling you. God bless and rest her beautiful soul in Jesus Christ's mighty name. I pray, amen. Hey, thank you. That's very nice of you. I've given my last to homeless people. A rich person would never give their last and all. Yeah, and that's probably why they're rich. You know what I'm saying? A rich person is going to be like, okay, I'm not going to give you my last, but I'll give you some. You know, because why do you need my last? If I'm down to my last, like imagine dying for someone else who's going to be hungry again tomorrow. That's interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? That's very interesting to me. Like, I'm going to sacrifice my soul for somebody who's going to die tomorrow. But if I give them some today and I have some today, then tomorrow we can both do this again. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that. I understand that mentality of putting your mask on before you put someone else's mask on. You know, because a parent is gonna be like, I'm gonna put your mask on first and then die, and now this kid grows up without a parent. So what was the like Abel sacrifice? What was the thing? You know, I don't know. I don't think anybody has any right answers or wrong answers. I just think that it's a belief system. You know, the rich be selfish. Poor people are more prone to give to homeless than rich people. But I also gotta ask myself, like, why are homeless in the first place? The homeless are not homeless because they don't have access to money. The homeless are homeless because they don't have the information that they need to not be homeless. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that desire. It's a mental thing. I think that all homelessness is a mental thing, you know, because your body will only ever go where your mind takes you. And I heard somebody say in the Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, he said, the poor don't need money. The poor don't need charity. He said the poor need inspiration. And I was like, damn, that's real. Poor people don't need money because poor people have money. They just don't have a lot because you're still alive. You didn't die of starvation. You have resources. You don't need money. You need inspiration. You need something inside of your heart that's going to claw out of you potential. That's going to make you want this shit so bad, you're going to give everything for it. That's what you need. That's what you need. Inspiration. Let me see. That sounds greedy. I used to give my last. Now I'm saving my last. I see what you're saying. I see everything in spiritual realm. Now how people see things in reality. Right. Now I can see how. Not true. Not true. What's not true, Hannah? My riches are in heaven. I'm just down here temporarily. Hey, that's real. We're not, what is it? What do they say? We're spiritual creatures having a physical experience. That's a vibe. Yeah, I heard a guy in the Science of Getting Rich, homie said, yo, the poor don't need money, the poor need inspiration. When he said that, I was like, man, that's true. Because how many times have you given a poor person something and it just saves them for that day? You give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach a man to fish, you feed him for life. That's the exact same thing. It's saying what you need is not, what you're in need of is not something I could put in your hand. What you're in need of is something I could put in your heart. That's different. That's different. Because the second I turn away from you, if you're going to fall again, I'm not doing you any services. I'm not really helping you. I'm not really helping you. I'm pacifying you. I'm not really helping you. I'm like dragging you. I'm dragging you down the street. I'm dragging you into something, you know, versus me saying, yo, imagine if you could just say something to a person and now automatically they have a vision for their life and they see something for themselves and they want it. They desire it. They're looking for power. They're looking for opportunity. They're looking to get something for themselves. You seeing them using their mind, their body, their heart, their soul, their blood, sweat, and their tears to get something for themselves, to work themselves out of somewhere. That you've helped somebody. If I put something in your hand, but then tomorrow I see you right back here again, did I really help you? Nah, I kind of pacified you because now you think it's okay to stay there. You know what I'm saying? But if I put something in your heart, that's different. That's a different thing. That's a completely different thing. Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But tomorrow comes. And what happens if you're not there no more? What happens if somebody else needs that fish now? You know, what if you see another person need? What if somebody in your family needs that fish tomorrow? You know, can you be there shouldering this person's inability forever? No. But if you put something in their head, if you put something in their heart, if you show them a picture of who they could be and you give them a strategy for getting there, like, yo, you can really get there if you do this. They have the opportunity now to get it. Imagine all the things that you earned in your life, that you went and you got for yourself in your life. Imagine if somebody took those opportunities away from you. You wouldn't know who you are. You would be like a jellyfish right now. You would have no idea who you are. You know what I'm saying? Versus the kind of person, like, if you sit down and write out all of your accomplishments, you'll see yourself for who you are. The sad part about a lot of human beings is we remember all the bad stuff that happens in our lives, but we rarely remember all the good stuff. Like, we don't remember all the times that we overcame things. If you write all that stuff that I overcame this, I graduated school. I was a single mom. I showed up like here. I was #1 in sales here. I was my valedictorian. I graduated college. I did this. I did that. If you list all your accomplishments, I found this apartment. I found a way to negotiate a deal on it. I found this car. I negotiated a deal on it. Like, if you look at all these things, you'll see a good map of who you actually are as a person. You're the overcomer. You're the one who gets things done. You're the one who gets the results. I'm not saying it to like pacify you, because maybe somebody in this chat didn't do shit with their life. Maybe you just are a jellyfish. And maybe somebody else was really doing all the work for you. And when someone else does all the work for you, what you end up with is disdain. You end up with a disdain for them, and you end up with a disdain for yourself. But when you get it popping yourself, what you end up with is confidence, the ability to confide in yourself, because you know that you can trust you. I trust me. I vote for me. I appreciate me. I have value in me. It's a different kind of feeling. You know what I'm saying? I love confidence. I love the ability to be able to say, man, I know whether I want to or whether or not, I'm gonna show up for me. I'm gonna get my ass into that gym. I'm gonna go and get that shit popping. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make these calls. I'm gonna post this content. I'm gonna push. I'm gonna do these shows. I'm gonna do everything I gotta do. I love that because the feeling that it generates inside of me is power. Versus if someone else was doing everything for me, the feeling that would get generated inside of me would be lack. I would feel like I'm smaller than someone else. I would feel like I'm incapable. I feel like I need someone else to take care of me. I feel like I'm subservient to them. I feel like I'm smaller than them. I feel like I'm a child compared to them. I feel like I'm somebody who can't make decisions for myself. I feel insecure. I feel weak. They're the strong one. I'm the weak one, you know? So I would never want to curse somebody by doing too many things for them. Even me, my sister, she was helping me out a little while ago. And then I had an option of either allowing her to help me out, and I was helping her too, so we were doing like an exchange. But I feel like in that exchange, I wasn't like doing the best that I could possibly do. And so I was like, okay, oh, hold up. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read some of the comments on IG. I'm gonna read them right now. Give me 1 second. I felt like I had to make a choice on whether I wanted to keep having this situation happen with my sister where she was paying me to do something for her, or like say, you know what, this ain't really working for me no more because I don't feel like I'm progressing in this. Even though this is good and it's pacifying me, it's allowing me to handle all the shit I gotta handle, I don't like the amount of time that I have to dedicate to this thing. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it because it's nice, but it's a cushion. I'm gonna cut it. Thank you, sis. I appreciate you. Love you. We're not gonna do the same kind of situation no more because it's causing me too much time and it's too much of a cushion. I need to go back into the fire. I need to go where like I need to put some real points on the board, and it's not gonna happen if you know if you helping me out this way. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, but I gotta go into the fire. Thank you. But some people won't make that decision. Some people be like, nah, bro, look, if I can make some easy money over here doing this simple shit, I'm gonna just keep doing it. But it's occupying way too much time. It's pulling me away from my actual desire, my actual dream, my actual goal. Yeah, the goal is painful. Yeah, that shit hurt. Yeah, that shit sucks. Like, it really is not fun a lot of times. You really gotta send some uncomfortable messages and you really gotta do everything yourself. It sucks. It's very hard. But it's better than living underneath your potential. You know what I'm saying? I want to see myself for who I truly am. And that only happens when you go through the refiner's fire, when you get refined, when you come out on the other side, you know what I'm saying, better than you were when you went in. You got to love that shit. Love the pain. Love fear. Love pain. Become a masochist if you need to. Love this shit. Find a way to love it. Find a way to love the uncomfortable situations. Love it. And you're going to see how your life changes. But if you want to sit there and you want to keep pain over there and you want to stay over here, Chase Smiles, what up? You want to keep pain over there. Thank you for that. You want to keep, thank you for the finger heart. You want to keep pain over there, you want to stay over here, you will always live under the boot of somebody else's rule. You will always work for a person who can deal with that pain, who has a higher threshold for pain. You will always be subservient. You will never max out your potential. You will never see yourself for who you really are. And that's a shame, to be an adult, to live and die in this big, bountiful, beautiful, abundant world, removed from all that you could be. You know what I'm saying? Listening and doing payroll. Hey, that's what we talking about. You feel me? That to me is a shame. We're not talking about the human potential in this life so that we can pacify ourselves or pacify others. We talk about the human potential that we can push ourselves to be greater than we were before. Push yourself to be bigger. Push yourself to be stronger. Push yourself to be smarter. How much more can you do? How many more sales can you make? How many more employees can you hire? How many more projects can you get done? How much more responsibilities can you put on your plate? How much more on time can you be? How much more focused can you be? How much more disciplined can you be? How much more, attractive and appealing can you be? How much smarter can you become? How many more paradigm shifts can you do? They told me this was bad when I was a kid. Now that I'm older, I'm realizing it's actually good. They told me it wasn't good to be this kind of way. They told me to be humble and be the person that's okay being at the back of the line. I now know why they told me to be at the back of the line. No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get to the front of the line. I don't care. I had to do that shit again recently. If y'all ever heard me tell that story when I was in the Istanbul airport in Turkey and I had to skip those long ass lines and them haters were trying to send me to the back and I was like, I ain't going to the back. And I went and I got my result. Look, bro. One thing about me, I'm going to get me a result for me and the people that I'm with. That's a fact. And so I skipped these long ass lines. I just walked to the front. I didn't even skip the line. I wouldn't classify skipping the line. I would just say I didn't join the line. Think about it. Did I skip you guys? No. I just walked straight to the thing. You motherfuckers decided that you had to be in this line. And one guy tried to send me to the back. He was like, get to the back, trying to signal me to go back. I'm like, bro, please. I'm just asking a question. He's like, oh, okay. All in my fucking business. And I was like, please. And I ended up walking to the front like, hey, bro, handle this for me. He handled it. Bam, bam. Got a result. Bam, bam. We got rebooked for the next flight. Bam, bam. If I'm waiting in this long-ass line, I'm going to be in Istanbul for 4 days. I'm American, bro. I ain't got no time for that shit. That's the beauty of Being American, like, I ain't got no time for that shit. You're not about to leave me in this random ass country for 4 days because y'all messing up. Nah, put me on the next flight. And I'm not waiting this long ass line with the rest of these people. Sorry, it's just not happening for me. It's not happening for me personally. It can happen for everybody else. There's like 300,000 people here. Good. It's gonna happen for all of them. It's just not gonna happen for me. I had to bust that same move again. I went to this conference, and me and my sisters, we went. We found some good seats in the front. You know what I'm saying? We knew what it was. Like, we were sitting one way, and then everybody left, and so we found better seats. And so we went. We took some better. There's no assigned seating. And then when these people came back, people try to be like, "Oh, you guys are in our seats." We're like, "No, there's no assigned seating." Oh, well, they told us that there's assigned seating. I'm like, I don't know why somebody would tell you that. There's no assigned seating, so go sit somewhere. And then the guy in front of him was like, "Hey, bro, the guy was sitting there. Just give him his seat back." I'm like, I'm not giving anybody shit back. In an area where there are no assigned seats, I'm not giving you shit back. No. Go over there. Your badge looks just like my badge? Yeah, no. Go sit somewhere. Find a seat. And then they went and got security. Security's like, "Hey, yeah, so we told them that, you know, where you're sitting in the morning is where you're going to be at." I said, I don't know why you would tell them that. That's stupid. There's no assigned seating. His badge is like my badge. I'm not moving from these seats. Me and my sisters are sitting here, and I'm not moving. Oh, well, you know, the guy was sitting there first. Then how in the universe was I able to occupy this seat then? If he was sitting here. Did I move him? No. I saw an empty seat and I sat here. And now you're not going to uproot me and make it inconvenient for me. Not when I paid for this conference. Go over there. And so we had to essentially, like, these 3 people was trying to get their seats back. 2 of them just gave up immediately. One guy was like, "You come on, give me my seat." "No, I'm not going to give you the seat back. Go somewhere, bro." Literally, there's no assigned seating. So the answer is no. You should have calculated that when you got up and left. No, we're not. No. The answer is no. Move on. If I was like one of these, if I was the way society wanted to train me to be, I'd have been like, "Oh, well, you know, the nice thing would be to give this white man his seat back because, you know," nah, bro, this ain't the fucking 50s, and I'm not going to the back or wherever because you feel like it. The seat was empty and I took it. There's no assigned seating. "Oh, well, we told them that where you sit now is going to be where you sit." That's fucking dumb. If you did say that, how come there are no names on the seats? You're lying. You're lying to get this white man into his position because you're also white and this other guy's white. The answer is no, no, and fuck no. I just told all of you no. I'm not moving. Go somewhere. And they had to deal with it. He was like, "Oh, come on, man. Can you just, is there any way you can make," no, this is bullshit. So one guy tried to get rowdy, one guy gave up, and the other guy was trying to be the peacekeeper. And I just told you no, and no, and no. Move on. And so they moved on. And they moved on. And that was their business. And it's like, yo, bro, you got to move. Like, if there was assigned seating, we would have had a different conversation. But because there was no assigned seating, and you know that, and I know that, stop trying to fuck with me because I'm younger than you. Stop trying to fuck with me because you think, what, because I'm black? Or like, there's a million different ways I can just say no to you. And I'm using all of them because there is no assigned seating here, bro. Move on. And ultimately, it ended up being a blessing for them. Because they couldn't get these seats back, they took those guys and they put them in like a VIP section. So I'm like, look at that. You guys just got blessed. You guys got put into a better section. Congratulations. Fuck on. Ain't none of that shit going on. So it's like, yo, sometimes you just got to be really stubborn. And you can't let people play with you. Because people will always try to impose their shit on you. But like, oh, well, you know, because I did it this way, you have to do it this way too. Are you fucking crazy? There's a million things that you're going to do that I will never have to do. I'm not you. You get your ass over there and go find a seat somewhere. Oh, well, I have to. No, the answer is no, bruh. And the security guard is like, we told them that, bruh. And I looked at this nigga like I was his boss. Why would you tell them that then? That doesn't make any sense. If there was assigned seating, wouldn't the fucking seat be assigned? Wouldn't a person name be on here? No, these were empty seats and I took it. What makes the empty seat when I took it any different than the empty seat when he came and took it? It was called an empty seat. It's an empty seat when it's empty. Nah, bro, like, there's no way that this makes any sense. And they try to make it a big thing, and it was like, oh, we about to get into it with these guys and then get a refund. But we didn't. They lost. They was like, nah. And then they left. And then what I had to remind myself was, bruh, you're going to end up in situations where you got to apply pressure on somebody and make them uncomfortable. And then you're going to sit in this space like, now I got enemies in this party, but I'm okay with them enemies. The guy sitting in front of me, the guy sitting behind, everybody looking at me like I'm a villain, and I'm perfectly fine with that because you people are dumb. That's all it is. I don't have to listen to any of you guys because it's not assigned seating. So no, move on. But it's like small little moments like that are the differentiators between the person that's going to actually do this shit and the person that's not going to do it. The person that got a little bit of grit in them that's going to say, bro, what you're saying don't make no sense. And that's not a rule. You're trying to make a rule for somebody else that's right here. It's not. That's not a rule. Stop trying to make rules for people. No, get the fuck on. No. That's, man, and then we ended up staying there. We got great seats. You know what I'm saying? But like, you got to figure out these things don't make sense. When they don't make sense, like, let it be known that don't make sense. So the answer is no. Move on. Oh, well, we told them. Why would you? Man, I remember looking at this nigga like he was a child. You turn into a child immediately, and you're probably older than me. But you turn into a fucking kid immediately. Well, we told them that wherever they were sitting in the morning was going to be where they stay. Why would you tell him that? And the nigga looks so dumb. Tasai, thank you for that. Super fast. Why would you tell him that? And the guy was like, what you said is stupid. Like that you just finished, you just proved my point. You told him that these were assigned seats. When the fuck was security guard making the rules for a conference? No, bro. The answer is no. The people who have the badges that I have on right now sit in these seats. These seats were empty and available when I walked in here, weren't they? Yeah, where was this guy? Why am I in the seat and he's not here? Why? Because it was empty. It was called an empty fucking seat. Move on. And so it's like, yeah, they had to figure that shit out. And the guy was like, he walked away with an attitude. He was like, enjoy your seats. And I'm like, I will enjoy these fucking seats. And I sat down like it was the greatest seat in the world. Like, look at this shit. Superior seat. I love it here. And then now you got enemies, but it's perfectly fine because that's your business. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. We gotta always reprogram this shit. Whenever people come around with these dumb ass rules and these dumb regulations on how things are supposed to go according to them, you gotta challenge that shit, man. Get out of my face. You're talking crazy right now. No, I'm not going to the back of a line in Istanbul, and no, I'm not about to move this shit. Not about to move from this seat. No, you figure that shit out. I don't know why you told people there's assigned seating in a conference where there's no assigned seating, but you're a dumbass and they're dumb for listening to you. Move on. Oh, well, if you just be a nice guy, give him his seat back. No, I don't need to be a nice guy. I'm always a nice guy. If you knew me, you knew, man, look, I would give this guy my apartment for the night if he needed to stay somewhere. But right here in this moment where the shit don't make no sense, you're not about to uproot me because it's convenient for you. The answer is no. Move. And they left. And we didn't get bothered. And we sat there and we watched Gary Vee and Alex Rodriguez give us some great information. And Gary Vee was saying the same shit. So it's different. Yeah. Proud of you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Jason Smile, Tashia. Yeah, thank you, guys. Yeah, so you can't let people play with you, man. You can't let people play with you because people will always do their best to create rules that are convenient for them when it's convenient for them. So nah, bro. So if that's the case, you got to make rules that are convenient for you. I don't advocate skipping somebody in a line, but I advocate going to the front if you can go to the front. Like, what the fuck is the problem here? You know what I'm saying? Aren't you entitled to the same result that everyone else is entitled to? Why do you have to wait in a line because there's a line? Yo, we were at the Istanbul airport and people were just populating in this line. They were just walking up and falling in the back of this line. I was like, yo, before I sit in a 3-hour line to find out I am in the wrong line and lose my mind in the airport, I'm going to at least find out if I'm in the right place. You know what I'm saying? So go to the front. Say, hey, am I in the right place? What line do I need to be in order to get my result? Oh, you need to be in this line. Okay, cool. Hey, buddy. Matter of fact, since I'm already here at the front, do this for me really quickly. I'll completely just get out your hair as a whole. Guy's like, for sure. Click, clack, click, click, click. Good. You're good. You're rebooked on a flight for tomorrow. Cool. Walked away from a 3-hour line. It wasn't my intention to skip nobody, but I'm not going to sit and wait in this shit if I'm in the wrong place. Like, yo, bro, can you imagine waiting in a 3-hour line to find out you're in the wrong line? Like, you deserve, I don't know what you deserve, but like, that's terrible. Ted. Gotta call you back, Ted. Gots to call you back. Yeah, I just got a call. But yeah, that's crazy to me. We left that 3-hour line. We went downstairs, so they rebooked our flight, and then we had to go to another area for them to book a hotel for us for the night. We went downstairs, and the downstairs line was longer than upstairs. That shit was 3 hours. This is at least 5 hours. Like, this shit is big. Like, the Istanbul airport in Turkey is like, was it Istanbul? I believe that was Istanbul. Well, I know I was definitely in Turkey. Bruh, super long, big ass airport, nice airport too. It has to be new. Definitely built within the last 20 years. This shit was nice. But it was like big. And I was like, bro, this line is like at least a quarter mile. This is a very, very, very long line with a lot of humans. And you know what them lines, it's not just one person where. It's like, no, there's like a cluster of people going. There's like 7 people this way and then rows back. It's like, this is an enormously long line. My sister was like, yo, get to the front. Do what you did upstairs. Finesse it. I was like, yo, I have no idea how I'm going to do this. That's the power of having good women around you too. Because a woman will make you do some shit that you really don't even want to do. You be like, man, if I was by myself, I might just make it to the back of the line. You know what I'm saying? But because I'm with these women who want them results. They be like, make magic happen, guy. And I was like, all right, look it. At least my sisters do it. They're like, make that shit happen. I was like, okay, cool. So I go. man, I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna skip this long ass line, but whatever. I get to the front, I see a Turkish family. I'm like, okay. I just get not real close to this Turkish family as if I'm Turkish. I look like the brownest cousin that they have, but I'm still here. And so I'm just like, okay, I'm just get behind this Turkish family, and when they move out the way, I'm gonna just talk to the guy at the counter. So I'm behind this Turkish family, they're getting their stuff situated, they're almost done. I look to my right, there's this white boy looking at me. He looking at me like this. He looking at me like, I'm like, what? He looking at me like, trying to signal me to go to the back of the line as if he saw my whole operation and he don't approve of what I'm doing. So he looking at me like, get to the back. And I'm like, bruh, I'm here to ask a question. And the guy was like, oh, okay. And he had to shut the fuck up with that shut the fuck up face. Because I'm like, I'm here to ask a question. Are you going to answer my question? Do you work here? I don't think you work here. You're in line. You're next in line. You're in line. Don't matter. He's trying to signal me to go to the back as if it's his God-given duty to monitor other people. I'm like, bro, there's like 10 or 12 windows of people. You're not going to end up at the same representative I'm going to end up at. This ain't none of your fucking business. But whatever. He's trying to signal me to go to the back. And I'm like, pfft. And so the second this Turkish family move, I walk up. I'm like, hey, I got to ask you a question. He's like, what? I said, can you rebook me for the hotel for the night? He's like, yeah. Click, click, clack. Here you go. Here's your confirmation. Go over there. They're going to call you. Cool, bet. Thank you. Walking the fuck off. And in my mind, I'm like, hating ass white boy trying to send me to the back of the line when I wasn't none of his damn business. And that taught me two things. One, some people will make it their business to get in your business. Like, what are you talking about, bro? This ain't got nothing to do with you. Look that way. You know what I'm saying? Look over there. This don't got nothing to do with you. What I had going on with this Turkish family don't got nothing to do with you at all. Look that way. You know what I'm saying? What are you looking at over here anyway? Were you the hall monitor of the front of the line? So I'm like, some people will make it their business to like be up in your business. One. Two, some people will do everything in their power to stop you from getting a result if you're going to get that result faster than them. Like if you didn't go through the same route that they went through to get it, they're not going to want you to get it. Story of my life, Hannah. All you can do is ask. The worst case they can say is say no, but we will surely try. Absolutely, bro. Worst case scenario, what happens if I go to the front of the line and they deny me? I'll be going to the back of the line. I was already at the back of the line. Well, I just got here. Where am I going? The front? No. I'm going to go to the back. So since I'm already at the back, I have nothing to lose. I want to say that to all the people who ain't got no money in the chat. If you already ain't got no money, then making phone calls today to get you some money, you have nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, homie will make it, people will make it your business, make it their business to get in your business. Two, a person will like do everything they can to send you backwards so that you can go through the same route that they had to go through to get where they are now. Like, let's say you're a 45-year-old person and you have $1 million and there's a kid who's about to make $1 million who's 18. You're going to do everything in your power to tell them, hey kid, don't go straight for that money. You got to go to college and then you got to go work your way up the corporate ladder for 20 years before you can get up here to where you're making $1 million a year. Don't just skip the line like that, because I'm going to feel bad if you skip. What I'm not telling you is I'm going to feel bad if you skip the line, because I'm going to feel like you're better than me because I had to do it for 20 years and you're doing it in 20 days. That, doesn't feel good to me. So I'm going to do my best to send you to the 20-year line so that you can do it the same way I did it, so that I can be validated in that my process in getting here was correct. If you don't get the fuck out of here, bro, what are you talking about? A kid is able to make $1 million in 20 days and you're going to tell him to go do it in 20 years to pacify and validate your goofy ass route to get here? No, you're a bum. You took 20 years to make $1. This kid can do it in 5 minutes. Let him do it. What's your problem? Get out of the way. Gatekeepers, that's what they call gatekeepers. Stupid people, older people that are making you feel like, oh, you have to. And you know what? I think that little white, asshole that was at the Istanbul airport, I want to say homie might have even been younger than me. But I'm like, bruh, this has nothing to do. I can understand if I was skipping you. I'm not skipping you. I'm just going to the next available attendant. It has nothing to do with you. Move on. So it taught me people will make it their business to be up in your business. Two, people will do their best to send you backwards so that you can go through the same route that they went through, so that they can approve of your process. Your process in doing the same thing they did validates them. So I want you to go back and spend 20 years later so that I can approve of your process. What in God's name would make you think or make you possess to think that I need your approval of my process? Bruh, I'm going to win bigger than you, better than you, faster than you. I want you to hate me. That's the only thing that if you love me, I love you too. But if your design is to hate somebody who's going to do it the way I do it, I would love for you to hate me because I'm not going back there for 20 years to validate your stupid ass process. You only did that because you didn't know a better way. So you're trying to trip me up because I actually know a better way. Move on. And the third and most important lesson that I learned, and nobody likes when I say this. I've said this to multiple friends of mine, and they all just don't like it. They're like, ugh, I don't like the way that sounds. I'm like, you may not like the way it sounds, bro, but it's facts. Take that shit to the bank. I was like, the third most important thing that I learned was that some people belong in the back of the line. Some people belong in the back of the line. And I'll tell you who these people are, just so you don't think that I'm like some people are better than other people think. Some people belong in the back of the line, and this is why. You belong in the back of the line if you are comfortable seeing a line and walking straight to the back of it without asking any questions, without getting any level of understanding, without looking for any alternatives. If you are comfortable walking to the back of the line when you have no idea what's at the front, you belong in the back of the line. That's it. You belong there because you chose it. You walked there. You liked it. You love that area. That's your area. You're going to complain. You probably like complaining. You're not going to like it. You probably love not liking where you are in life because that's where the rest of your life is also at. You're good. Go sit there, bro. No, I have no problem with you being at the back of the line whatsoever. But don't fix your face to have a problem with me walking to the front of the line. You and me got to the line at the same time, and I just happened to go to the front, get a result, and leave. Don't feel no fucking way about me for walking to the front because I'm not okay with being at the back of the line. At the very least, I'm going to get an understanding of what goddamn line I'm in. That's just facts to me. You know what I'm saying? At the very least, I'm going to say, yo, bro, before I stand in this fucking death at a funeral long ass line, I'm going to see if I'm in the right place. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I don't know where I'm from, but that makes sense to me. I'm going to make sure that I'm in the right damn place before I waste any second somewhere I'm not supposed to be. How many times have you spent time in the wrong line? Bro, I have done that. And that shit is infuriating. You be like, oh my goodness. What in the world? Once that shit happens once, it should never happen again. So how are you comfortable walking to the back of the line? You belong there. You belong there because you just don't want to challenge things. You don't want to stir the pot. You don't want people looking at you like, oh, look at this guy, look at this girl. She thinks she's better than me? You think she's better than me? No. You know, you're scared of all the gibber and jabber that other people want to give you. Cool. I want you to know they're going to do that shit regardless. Don't worry about them. Get your result. If you came here for something, don't leave until you get what you came here for. If you can get it in 5 minutes, why wouldn't you? Because that 3 hours you're going to waste in the fucking Istanbul airport, you're not going to get ever again. Time don't go backwards for nobody. You're not about to get 3 hours again. In the end of your life, you're going to wish you had another 3 hours. Ain't going to happen. You're going to be gone. And you're not going to be proud that you spent some of that in a line that was the wrong damn line. So I say that to say, bro. One, people will make your business their business somehow. Two, people will send you backwards in order to validate their own process. I'm going to send you to school so you can get a degree that you are never going to use. You're going to end up in a bunch of debt because I was in a bunch of debt. And when I turned 49, I finally paid off my last little bit of that college debt, hopefully. And now I feel better. Off of spending what, doing what, for what that you didn't use. Man, look, bro. I'm not excited to be stupid. So what you're saying rubs me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not excited to be a dumb person. So what you're saying bothers me. Because that shit sounds dumb. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Not this roundabout shit that you people in America keep convincing us about. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And the beautiful part is you just need somebody who didn't drink the Kool-Aid to show you that shit is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody in your life is drinking Budweiser and Heineken and eating burgers and doing all this regular shit that's regular in America. Cheese, milk, putting all this shit inside your body that is not good for your body. The only reason why it's even available to sell is because somebody want to make money. Bro, we have found a way to mutilate cows in this country like nobody's business. And the only reason why milk is on the shelves and eggs is on shelves is because somebody had a damn chicken and they wanted to turn that chicken into $1. Not because it's good for you. Not because it's healthy for you. Not because it's a part of a balanced breakfast. That shit is bullshit. That is a pure lie. Milk is not good for most of us at all. It literally comes from an animal that was designed to feed a smaller animal. Not you, bruh. That shit has 5 stomachs. What do you think it's going to do to something that has 1 stomach? Come on, bruh. Man, look. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. I don't believe in common sense, but I do believe in a straight fucking line. Like, yo, okay, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. I'm not going to go to this place, and this person can qualify me to go to talk to this person, and this person can qualify me so I can go over here and finally get the thing that I wanted. No. Get out of here. 1, Istanbul Airport lesson number 1. People will make their business your business in a split. Don't listen to them. 2, people will find a way to send you backwards to validate their own process. Don't listen to these gatekeepers. Don't listen to people who tell you that you need some sort of other qualification to get something that you want today. Qualify yourself. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. If God is calling you, walk that way. Simple as that. And 3, some people belong at the back of the line. If you're perfectly comfortable walking to the back of a very long line or falling in the line at the bottom of the totem pole for some company, and you're not going to question who's at the top, you're not going to ask about what's at the top, you're not going to ask what's in the room left of you, right of you, you're not going to worry about any of the other shit, I'm happy for you, bro. Thank you, Jason Smiles. Whoa. Well, my chair is not working for some reason. But if you're good with that, I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? If you're good with that, I'm good with that. I'm happy for you. Work your way up the corporate ladder. Do that shit. Get that shit. Go to school. Get the degree. Do it. Use it. Get that debt and get that degree. Work yourself out of it. Do all that all-American shit. All that all-American John D. Rockefeller indoctrination shit. Do that shit. Because I want you to be happy. And if you believe that that's what makes you happy, bro, the man who says he can and the man who says he can't are both right. It's your happiness. That's your happiness for sure. But don't fix your face to be mad at somebody who was able to get everything you wanted in a fraction of the time. For being fearless where you were fearful. For being active where you were passive. For walking forward and challenging something when you were too afraid of the potential of like being an outcast or being ostracized or being judged. They're judging you anyway. You were born an outcast and your last name might as well be fucking ostracized. Like, nobody cares that much about anybody. So don't think that people out here are loving you because you're being obedient. School had you trained for that. You know, school doesn't reward you for your intelligence. School rewards you for your obedience. How many people were smarter than Albert Einstein but got that shit beaten out of them inside of the public school system? Countless. I guarantee it. Countless. In the book Outliers, it actually talks about it. They study child geniuses through their life and find that most of those child geniuses grow up to be very mediocre people. Genius don't mean shit. Courage mean everything. Fearlessness mean everything. Go and get that shit popping. Worst case scenario is it don't work in my favor. And the sad reality is a bunch of shit has not worked in my favor because I don't know that much. So I'm going to keep challenging and I'm going to keep hitting this thing. And I'm going to keep pressing and I'm going to keep pushing and I'm going to keep going forward. Why not? Why not? What do I have to lose? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely. Time spent courageously pursuing something that other people are way too scared to do is time well spent. Time well spent. Time wasted being hyper obedient and hyper passive to other people is time wasted. You will never get those moments back. You will never be able to reprogram, go back into your life and be like, I wish I wasn't obedient. I wish I would have been more of an outlier. I wish I wasn't so passive. I wish I would have been more active. I wish I wasn't so like meek and meager and weak. I wish I would have been stronger. I wish I would have been wiser. I wish I would have been braver. Cool, do all that shit right now. You ain't losing nothing. And when you do that, all you end up doing is qualifying yourself for a higher class of human being, you know? Not the kind of people that's like afraid of everything. You know what I'm saying? Not those kind of people fucking scared of everything. Nah. What you do, what you end up doing is qualifying yourself for a higher class of people. You might feel alone when you're this kind of person that's like, damn, I got to be so courageous today. And I don't got no accountability partners. I don't got nobody who's going down the same route as me. And I got to do this alone. But the beautiful part is eventually you're going to see that you're not alone. You're going to end up in networking events. You're going to end up in house parties with certain classes of people that are so similar to you that they're all going to have very similar stories. I was the only person in my whole city that was doing this. I was the only person in my whole neighborhood that was doing this. I was the only person in my entire family that was doing this. And now all of you single solopreneurs are all together at a certain point in time in a certain place where y'all can compare notes. Damn, you was by yourself. You had to do that shit alone. You had to face all your fears. You had to go into the darkness and figure it out. You had to find a way to get your credit right. And you had to find a way to maneuver and manipulate this shit and make it work. I had to do the exact same thing in Atlanta. And I had to do the exact same thing over there. And I had to do the exact same thing over there. I wish I was a baller. I wish I was taller. Funny. Oh, yeah, my buttons ain't working. I don't know why. But yeah, man. Like, the beautiful part is to know that you're actually not alone. When you do these things that require a lot of courage and a lot of fearlessness and a lot of dedication and passion, you're not alone. You're actually a part of a clique of people. You just can't see them at the moment. The same way when you're inside of your apartment, you can't see your next door neighbor. I don't know what they're doing next door, but I know that they're there. You feel me? So like, you have to be aware of the fact that the people that are just like you are still there. There are people out here that are waking up just as early as you waking up, putting in the overtime just like you putting it up, being fearless the way you being fearless, being brave, being courageous, challenging that shit the same way you challenging it. And eventually you're going to come face to face with these people because like attracts like. Powerful people will always end up in communion and in community with other powerful people. Brave people will always end up around other brave people because y'all like the same shit. Y'all going to end up in the same places. Alcoholics will always end up with other alcoholics. Smokers and crack junkies will always end up with each other. Like attracts like. Losers will end up with losers. Don't end up with them. Winners will always end up with other winners. It's just the law of polarity. Like, you will end up with that person. You'll end up over there. And then you'll be able to look back at your life and be like, damn, bro. I went through all that shit. I thought I was the only one doing it. You went through that too? Yeah, bro. I went through all that. I had to do all that stuff myself. I had to, me and my personal situation, I had to write all my songs. I had to record all my music. I had to edit all my videos. I had to promote all my shit. I had to put on all my own shows. I had to do this and do that and style myself and work it out. I had to do all that shit. I had to buy all the studio equipment. I had to buy all the production equipment. I had to pay for all the marketing. I had to do all that shit. Of course, we get it. And eventually you're going to end up in the presence of other people just like that. And y'all all going to be at the top of this mountain comparing notes. And when y'all all get used to each other being like, damn, we really are the same kind of people. And we really are those outliers. We really are the ones who like made it through. When you finally get comfortable with each other, then y'all all going to level up even higher together. And that's going to be super beautiful. Because you got like, damn, that's how you get that Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett relationship where y'all niggas done spent 50 years together making billions of dollars together. You know what I'm saying? Berkshire Hathaway, one stock in Berkshire Hathaway, when I checked the last year, was $400,000 for one share of that damn company because they never had a stock split. I'm like, bro, this shit is crazy. Charlie Munger just passed away not too long ago. I just did a study of Charlie Munger last week. That nigga was frugal too. Charlie Munger was, it's in the 9 here. Right. Have to go to the library. Right. I'm over here cooking and listening to King. Let's go. I'm telling you, let's get it. So proud of you. Crazy. Kari, thank you. I'm telling you, I'm surrounded by people but feel alone because of this exact reason. And you're going to keep feeling like that, Unity Movement. Is going to keep feeling like that until you end up around those right people. You got to go to those conferences and those conventions and stuff because that's where those people really be. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where they really be. Some of them are like, a lot of people at conferences are really pretentious and they're like serial conference goers, thinking that going to the conference is enough. But the reality is, like, you got to build a connection with the people to the left and the right of you. Look at their social medias, look at their LinkedIn, look at their, their track records, their websites. Google them and see if you want to do business with them. And then just have talks with them. Hey, you want to get coffee? Hey, do you want to go get some lunch? Hey, can I invite you over to my house and, we enjoy a meal or something like that? Like, those relationships end up going crazy. Like, relationships are everything. They really are. So I just say that, man, like, definitely keep going, man. Keep going and challenge that shit. I would submit to you, never be a person that's comfortable walking to the back of the line without challenging what's at the front. Ever. Never be a person that's comfortable getting, being at the bottom of an organization without challenging what's at the top. Because you'll be surprised. You might be way more qualified to be at the top immediately than you think. Then you look at the other kids in the company that are like blowing up way faster than you. You're like, how did this person blow up so quickly? They blew up because they believed in themselves. They just believe in themselves in that. And I never really like when people say believe in yourself because there's no real like formula to that shit. There's no real like it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, how do I believe in myself? What does that even mean? What does that do? Believe in yourself just means telling yourself you are capable for the absolute best result that you are qualified for right here, right now, today, and getting it. That's what I would say believing in yourself is. If I believe in myself, then the distance between what I have now and what I want should be short. It should be short enough, depending on my level of belief and my level of qualification. But if I'm called to it, I'm going to get qualified between it. I'm going to get qualified as I'm walking to the thing that I want. You know what I'm saying? Belief. Have a good day, Mr. Hoodie. How you feeling today? I'm feeling good, Hannah. Thank you for being up in here. Hannah, are you feeling healthier? Yeah, I definitely am feeling healthier. Yeah, I feel good. I feel great now. Yes, gotta walk in knowing you already got it. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And be comfortable being delusional. My ex, she called me delusional, bro, and it really offended me like a lot. I don't know why she put that shit. I don't know where she got that from, but she just started calling me that shit. And she never knew that bothered me. However, what I'm finding out is that the most successful, radically successful people in the world are what other people, regular, normal-minded people, would consider delusional. You're seeing things that I don't see, you must be crazy. No, you must be fucking crazy. Because you can't see a lot. So a person with no vision is going to tell a person with vision that they're crazy. This is like, yo, I remember one time, this is crazy to me. I remember one time I was in my apartment downtown. And my eyesight is really good. Like, I got to really thank God for it, because I'm realizing now how many people's eyesight ain't that good. But, like, I can see things from miles away. Like, miles. And I can read it clearly. And I've always had, like, perfect vision. Like, 20/20/20/20. And so I was in my apartment downtown, and we were looking at some buildings far away. And I was looking at the Hilton. And the Hilton was like, I lived on 2nd Street. My sister lived on 18th Street downtown, and the Hilton was on her street. And I was looking at it. I could read it from here. I'm like, yeah, I can see it from a distance. Hilton. My girl looked at it. She's like, you're lying. I was like, I'm lying. I don't lie. She was like, no, you're lying. You can't see the Hilton from here. I'm like, I'm looking at it right now. I can see it. She's like, no, that's impossible. You just probably know that it's there, and that's why you're able. She's trying to, like, find a way to rationalize this shit. Like, I'm creating an image in my brain. So no, bro, I can see the fucking letters. I can see the big red letters that say Hilton from my apartment. I can see the Hilton from here. She's like, no, it's impossible. Nobody can see that far away. What? What? She said, it's impossible. Nobody can see that far away. So wait, something is impossible just because you can't do it? Bro, what are you talking about? I can see this shit. And if I'm a dumbass, I'm going to sit here and convince myself that I can't see it because you can't see it. You know? And that's just like an actual physical example of, like, vision. When you see something, you're like, damn, this will be a good opportunity. Other people will be like, that's impossible. Huh? That's impossible. Nobody can do that. Huh? If I'm dumb, I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to be like, damn. And I'm going to start doing research like, damn, nobody can do it. Oh, my goodness. I guess maybe it's right. Nobody can do it. That's so stupid. And we do it every day. Every day we do this shit. So don't listen to them. Don't listen to the logical, rational-minded people. Myra Golden says, when you rationalize, all you're doing is believing rational lies. Don't go for that shit. Be irrational. So you know what? I'm seeing something that you can't see. I'm perfectly comfortable that you can't see it, and curtains to you. This is what I'm going to do. Yup. Let me see. Devin said, you got that ancient vision in Jesus' name. Yes, everyone says that about me, and I stay delulu till it's true. Hey, for sure. 5, very logical thinker she seemed like. Nah, yeah. We were made by God. Nothing is impossible. I'm going for real. Gotta go. Have a good day and a good live. Yeah, I'm going to see you later, Hannah, and I'm going to see you later, Tashai. Appreciate y'all for being here, as always. Yeah, I'm actually about to jump off the live, too. I got to roll. But I just think that it's, like, really interesting, man. Like, never allow other people's vision to limit you. You know what I'm saying? And I would say the word of the day is challenge, for sure. Oh, wow. No wows ain't working. My buttons ain't working. But the word of the day is challenge, man. Challenge everything. Challenge your vision. Challenge the things that are inside of your brain. And challenge the status quo, bruh. Don't walk to the back of that line and be comfortable. Get your ass to the front and figure out you're in the right place. And while you're there, don't waste your time. That's like saying, like, I'm waiting by the gates of heaven, but let me go talk to God real quick to see if I'm in the right line. And then you go and you talk to God. I'm like, God, like, what's up? Am I in the right line? Like, yeah, okay, cool. Just wanted to see, check. I'm going to go get back in this line, and God, the line's going to eventually lead me to you. Not a waste of time. If I get to the front of the line, I'll be like, God, like, yeah. So I was going to ask if I'm in the right place, but since I'm here, am I getting in? You know what I'm saying? We good? Oh, yeah, you good. Pull up. Okay, cool. Thank you. Skipping lines of heaven, too. Damn. The rules are rules. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm going to see y'all later, man. Y'all have an amazing day. Peace. Challenge is the word of the day, so challenge something today, man. Get to it. Love and appreciate you guys. Have a great day, Hoodie. Love you, bro. So does Jesus. Yeah, I'm going to see y'all later, man. And I'm working on starting the evening lives, man, so that people can actually enjoy the live even more. Because I know the mornings is tough for people. But I'm going to see y'all later, man. Have a great day. Peace. Asian A, see you later. Anita, see you later. Devin, see you later. Crazy Car, see you later. Tashaya, Hannah. I'm going to see all y'all later, man. Have an amazing day. Challenge it. And yeah, I hope this helps somebody. Peace. And for everybody who's watching, you can also rewatch this on YouTube if you see anything you like. Peace. I'm going to see y'all later. Have a good one.